Good evening and welcome. We are live. It's not our first live show. It's one of the newer ones. John Ivory, Matt the Goat is here.
Former Goat.
And, of course, Galen. Well, you may have earned the title back. Maybe we'll talk about that in a little bit.
I prefer former.
Well, so do we. It was a good week for us for a little while.
The league wants to see Matt Mosier lose.
That's not untrue.
Well.
So we are live at the Flying Boat. They got a lot of beer here, and they've got us. And tonight we're going to talk all about flag football and this season and really foreshadow what we have coming up in the playoffs. John, but before we go any further, looking forward, give us your thumbnail sketch of this year's, how it went, how you think it went, and then Matt and I will critique it.
Yeah.
No, I think it was overall a pretty good season. It was a little bit of a quicker season than usual.
For sure.
We didn't run into that spring break where we kind of lose a couple weeks there, so that was cool.
Which I like that. That was good.
Squeezed in 2 weeks of games into 1 week. We did those weekday games. I don't think I'll ever do that again because that was really tough on my body having to be out there for 4 days. I love the competitiveness. I think in the younger age groups especially, there was some really good parity there, in the 6U and the 7U and the 8U, really good competition. Even in 9U, I mean, once you kind of look at kind of teams 2 through 5 there, really good competition.
Well, why? What was going on at 1 in the NFC?
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, geez.
But look, I mean, it was overall. I liked it. I have a really good board. Couldn't be more happy with the participation I had there. I've got 10 people on my board now that are out there helping me out every day. So with the way this league is growing, I can't do it on my own anymore. Our official number for participation was 997 kids.
Wow. That's awesome.
That is great.
That's awesome.
107 teams.
Yeah, and so Matt, that brings us over to your side, and this year, second year of the girls division, you actually had the honor and the privilege to coach the girls. Talk about that experience and just the sheer improvement that we saw personally from your team. Finally getting over that hump, that real bugaboo that had chased you all season.
No, I think what the league's done with the girls division. It needed to be done. I would like to see more moving forward with that. I mean, the NFL is really pushing it. They're going to have it in D1.
Super Bowl ad.
Yeah. Olympics. I mean, the girls get a chance to go showcase their stuff. And, a lot – again, I'm not trying to be harsh when I say this, but women's basketball is unwatchable, right? But
go ahead.
But
girls flag football is awesome to watch.
Yeah, I mean, they do some crazy good stuff.
Honestly, it's more fun than most of the boys' games.
I'm going to say this, and Coach Elliott and I talked about it. In every other sport that you just mentioned, what you instantly do is compare it to the men's sport. 99% of the population doesn't have anything to compare flag football with, and it's good to see the 12U Patriots head coach showing up and the massive turnaround that happened once she took over the reins.
Yeah, she called all the offense and defense
and found you a quarterback.
Well, and I'll tell you this, one of the things that we are exploring heavily for next season is to move the girls to Friday nights exclusively. If we do that, I think we're going to be able to capture a lot of these girls that are playing travel soccer on the weekends. That tends to be a lot of the comments that we're getting, that we could have a lot more girls out there if not for girls playing travel soccer and if we moved it to Friday nights. So I think that'd be neat if we did that. We'd get more numbers. We'd make it all about the girls, call it ladies' night, and have a lot of fun.
I like
it. Frees up more people so you can have more teams.
My only obstacle is getting referees.
Yeah.
Because all those referees that we have out there on Saturdays are the same guys doing Under the Lights, Under Armour on Friday nights.
I would volunteer to ref.
So we've got to find referees.
No, he'll want me to do the booth. But again, I think the girls were the real star of this year just because of the vast improvement they made.
How many girls did we have?
I don't know the exact. I think it was about 180, 190 around there.
Wow. Which is, over year, it's got,
Oh, yeah, big time.
So now we switch it over to the boys' side, to the co-ed side, really. And as you said, I think there was more parity. Maybe it's because you made some serious alterations to the way that was drafted. I know you made the Matt Mosier rule so that he would come back and allowing to keep five.
Hey, hang on, John. Just so we can set the record straight. Who voted on allowing 5 protected in 14U?
Matt Mosier.
The coaches.
That was the coaches.
Matt Mosier.
The coaches decided on that at the coaches meeting.
John, was I at that coaches meeting, and was I going to play?
You were not there. You were not there
until you texted me that they were allowed.
Yep. The 14U coaches unanimously decided at the coaches meeting they wanted to increase their division from 4 keepers
and they're
to
regretting
5.
that today.
And they cannot be happy about it.
What was the average score differential of that 14U with the Lions?
A lot to a little.
Yeah.
A lot to a little. But again, I think as we look back, more balanced league. What I was most impressed with is another leap with the coaches.
Yes.
Right? Anybody who's coached this for 1 year knows how difficult it is, especially if you're the head coach and you don't have any other experience, of just learning the nuance, if you will, of the game. Whether we're not talking the PhD level of the GOAT, but sometimes it's just the simple things of, the first 2 weeks, the blitz rules were, everybody was like, what's legal? But I think that evolution was pretty massive.
There was a lot of different rules that NFL Flag implemented this year, like you said, with the blitz rule where if you have your hand raised, you can't delay blitz. The big one is the fact that now you can actually pass it backwards behind the line of scrimmage and laterals. So there's a lot of new elements out there that made the game different. When talking about parity a little bit, I do want to get into how about the girls division, how much parity was there.
Unbelievable.
I mean, Matt Mosier, his 12U girls Patriots, a 2-loss team gets the number 1 seed. We've never had a 2-loss team get the number 1 seed, I think, in the history of this league.
Well, and that I'm pretty sure it was rigged in some way.
Absolutely.
Because we were hoping. But no, you're right. I mean, it was so balanced, and even the 14U girls, and we thought,
we thought it was KP.
and that team was going to
KP's a
dominate.
2 seed,
and all of a sudden now he's the 2 seed. Got beat well, and there were no real excuses because he had his regular team.
Well, the other thing too on the co-ed side, when you look at the standings and you look at the coaches that are at the 1, and a lot of them, they're all experienced. They've all been in the league for a while.
That's correct.
And I will tell you this: I was watching just some random, again, because I'm obsessed with this stupid stuff, but I was watching some random tournaments from this weekend from Spring Hill, and I was watching how they are hiking the ball and instantly pitching it back in one snap motion, so the quarterback can then run at this point. I was like, man, it's something that if I was at the younger ages like yourself, I would.
Is that your food?
I would implement it.
Go get it.
So there's a lot of new stuff.
Yeah, don't eat it here. Yeah. So Carter's ordered his food. We are live at the Flying Boat. Our goal tonight is to kind of go through each division, spend 15 to 20 minutes with the 2 coaches who are the 1 seeds, and our 6U coaches aren't here yet.
You want me to go grab them?
Are they here? Moses is here.
Is Moses and Tarvis here
no,
yet?
No, not yet. A lot of the Bucs players are, and the Cardinals are over there, which is impressive. That's
we have the assistant coach from the Dolphins here.
We may have to grab him, but
he may have to be the one to come on.
Maybe do you lose? I know there's a serious fine system for failing to turn in your videos. Your intros.
And failing to do your interviews,
That's
too.
correct.
I mean,
that's correct. We had to institute it on. That's why tonight is all on Matt Mosier.
Look,
tonight.
If you're going to give me the title of the GOAT, I'm going to act like it. So that's just something that you have to deal with there.
Well,
I do what I want.
Here he is.
There comes Lamoses. Lamoses, come on down.
I'll hand it over.
All
Well,
right,
you
thanks,
can
John.
hang out if you want. We can just give him the headphones.
Well, you got Tarvis Stanley coming too.
Well,
from the Cardinals.
when he gets here. So, Lamoses, I actually got a vote this year for Coach of the Year and for each division. And I have the play, and when Lamoses gets here, I'm going to play it on the screen. It's the best play I saw all year. It's that RPO. I shared it with you.
Hey, that's the kid right there.
Yeah.
And that's his father.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of the prettiest
Wait
plays
till you
I've
see
seen.
this, Matt. Wait till a 6'2" kid.
He's seen it. I shared it. I made him. I talked about it for like 3 weeks.
How you doing, man?
But, yeah, Lamoses, my man, put on the headset. And while you're getting on there, I do just want to kind of show that 6U record, if I could find it because I can't see. But LaMoses, how are you tonight, my man?
I'm doing pretty good, man. How y'all doing?
I'm good. We've been, and I told you right after the game, it was one of the prettiest plays I've ever seen at any level. Now I've got to pull it up. But what a play, and LaMoses, the Dolphins, you came in undefeated. You kind of split that team in half, kind of. Talk about the team that you had this year and how it worked out.
Man, I didn't get all, me and Tarvis been coaching together for the last 4 years. So we couldn't get all the kids, so we decided to separate this year. He took half, I took half, and we told each other at the beginning of the year that we'll meet in the championship.
Wow.
Yeah, so
that's gonna be one to watch.
But isn't that the best way to do it? Like now we're gonna have a heck of a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
right?
it's gonna be a great game.
So I'm just gonna I'm gonna play the video that I've been doing this, I think this third year because I did the Super Bowl. Yeah. This is the best play I've ever seen. He's going to roll back out. He's got it right. Fires deep to Bud. Bud goes and makes as good as you get. Gets in you got a 6-year-old riding it with that arm. Good luck defending that encounter. And Moses, you've been doing this a long time. You don't get that fired up over very many things.
Oh,
But your energy in there was just so good. And you could tell you guys have worked on that for – I thought for a long time, and then you tell me how you developed this play.
Man, that's why I was so fired up, because we really only worked on it for one practice.
One practice,
and he perfected it. Like, he executed it exactly how
I thought that was something maybe you've been working on since tackle.
No, one practice, I promise you.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, that's Damon right there. That was a big time QB right there.
So you said you got a lot of plays off of that. Little RPO.
For sure.
And I didn't see you run it again.
No.
You saved it for the game 100%. Of the week, and I guess we'll see it in the Super Bowl.
Yes, sir. That's the plan.
You can't show everything.
But go ahead and walk through how you taught 6-year-olds how to do that, because no one else did it. I saw a lot of people try. Matt doesn't have to do it. I saw a lot of people try and a lot of people fail.
Not like that, but we run it.
Well, with 6-year-olds, you gotta minimize them. So I took the 3 that was running the play, and I pulled them away from the practice. Everybody else went in practice with the assistant coaches, and they came with me, and we just ran it the whole practice. Practice, ride. Practice the drag route. Practice all 3 of them. And we just went over there and practiced for the rest of the practice.
And I'd love to say there was one part of the play that was better than the other. The ride was great.
Yes.
Damian putting his foot in the ground, bootlegging the other way, and then throws it over the top of a defender who's there, and then a great catch. And he actually got into the end zone. As good of a play as you can make.
Yeah.
So as we're looking at your schedule coming into the 6U, I think everybody's – go ahead. Yeah. Got it? Yeah. As we're looking at it, everybody's looking ahead and saying Cardinals, Dolphins. But as John said, this division is packed with a lot of experience.
Yeah. I mean, the Ravens. Oh, John, you was at that game. That was a great first half.
Well, the score was a lot wider than what that game really was. I mean, because it was when they beat the Ravens. I mean, it was a wide score margin by the end, but throughout that game, it was very close, and you really didn't pull away until the end there.
Facts. That's facts. But I told Chris everything that he's seen in that game. We went back to practice and we worked on it. So all that's fixed. So this time I feel like it's going to be a farther ball.
Well, I think the other thing, too, is there's 14 teams in this division, so they're going to have
16.
There's 16.
16.
Yeah, 8 and 8.
8 and 8.
Oh,
So on the AFC and NFC side, they only played in their conference.
Right. So the Cardinals never played the Dolphins.
Well, but the other thing, too,
and they didn't play every team. No, they did. Yeah.
And my advantage, I think we've been challenged already. Tarvis.
Adrian Nunn and Carson will disagree.
Yeah.
But
no, that game wasn't close.
It wasn't.
It was a blowout.
So, and I don't know where Tarvis is, so we could talk about him.
He should be on the way.
How in the wide world of sports did he get past John Ivory in the league, 4 11-year-olds to play on that 6U team? I mean, there's one kid. There's one kid. I forgot his name. but he's like 5'3" and is shaving.
I know that's literally the only thing I worry about is
They're
my kids
huge.
being intimidated. Yeah,
And they're fast.
Yeah.
Well, the thing I noticed about the Cardinals too is how disciplined they are on defense.
Yes.
Like they stay home.
Yep.
They know not to cross the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
When the ball, if it's a fake, like they sit.
Yeah.
They stay home. It's incredible to watch.
Yeah. I told you it's gonna be a chess match that game.
I'm
It's
going to
be
throw
a
the
great game.
devil's advocate.
You got to get there, and he's got to get
Yeah.
there.
I'm going to throw the devil's advocate.
Well,
on
you
all
have to
this
win
stuff.
the most games in 6U to get to the Super Bowl too.
Listen, and these 2 games right here are 12-minute halves. So if you
John,
haven't,
get out of here.
If you've played in the tournaments, how quick are the 12 minutes? You only get 3 or 4 possessions.
Yeah.
What's up, baby? You only get 3 or 4 possessions per half.
Yeah.
And if you work the clock right, I mean, there's plenty of times where I've been in tournaments with the 12-minute halves. We get the ball first, and we get 2 possessions. They get 1. We kill the clock at the end. So
that's my game plan, man, going into the game.
There's a lot. There's so many. One mistake turns into a touchdown. These games aren't going to be 28-0. It's going to be a different deal.
Well, Tarvis, welcome to the conversation.
Welcome, sir.
How you doing tonight, man?
Tired.
You tired? All right. Well, work sucks. So we've been talking to Moses a lot about this team. Talk about your Cardinal team, and we just joked earlier how big you guys are, and that you got 4 or 5 11-year-olds.
No.
He's like, no, that ain't true. Talk about
they're 10.
Yeah, that you're right. 9.5. Talk about your team and really how you got here. We were talking about how disciplined they are. How are you instilling that kind of discipline?
They know me from pretty much tackle. I coach most of them in tackle, so that's pretty much. They know I don't play with them like that.
Yeah.
But it's harder coaching them in flag than tackle because they can't be physical.
How much do you miss the guy to your right
Man,
when you're on the sideline?
A lot. Like offense, I'm not an offensive guy, but the talent I got, they make it easy for me.
Because you guys didn't lose a game for how many years?
Oh man, we've been
3?
going strong like 3 years. Like 3 years.
I think this is going into your 4th year without a loss.
No, last year we lost.
You did?
Yeah, they split.
To the Ravens.
And then the playoffs, I had helped the Commanders last year. They had no coach.
Oh, gotcha.
So playoffs came. I had to be with the Commanders.
Yeah, we had to
and
split.
we split and we lost
I
at
gotcha.
the same time.
So just Moses hasn't lost a game in like 4 years. No, so one of you is going to have to taste defeat to the other one. How much trash talk is that going to be? What's the chat like right now?
They don't want to play each other.
No.
They don't want any part
They
of it.
don't even want to talk. They don't even look at each other.
No.
The goal at the beginning of the season was first you doing the 6U? Nah, I ain't. Neither one of us wanted to do it, but we had so many kids. We're like, I take 5, you take 5. We split up and meet in the Super Bowl.
Yep, I told you that was the plan.
The goal is working so far.
Yeah, I mean, so no trash talk this week.
No, man, this is my brother, man. This is my
Nah,
So?
But I got 2 nieces, 2 nephews on his team.
Oh, that's true.
Man,
That's
the
true.
parents, like I just left my sister, she talking trash.
And
And my brother been talking trash too. So the fans gonna talk.
So it's a civil war.
Yeah, the fans
for
gonna
sure.
talk. But
For sure, civil
between us, nah, ain't nothing.
So, Matt, why don't you help him out on how to coax with a loss? Because you had 2 of them this year.
Wow, that's hurtful. Not in the boys. Let's
No,
be
that's
honest.
true.
Come on.
You got Jake.
No, yeah, I got Jake.
Yeah, that 14U nasty. I've been watching. Yeah.
No, you guys are both TME. That where you guys coach tackle?
No,
Where do you
we
coach
started
tackle at?
off with the Ravens, Ocala Ravens.
Okay.
Then we both went to TME. Then
Gotcha.
he went to the Villages. I stayed because he coached 8U. I coached 6U with tackle.
So you guys been coaching for a while.
Oh, yeah. We've been coaching together
Tackle.
for a while. That's why I say it's going to be a chess match, man. We both know each other very, very well.
I coached MCYFL too. I went to the Super Bowl and lost to the Falcons. Jake.
Oh,
Jake
us.
you was the coach?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the Dolphins on the Dolphins staff.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we just had some really big kids that year.
Yeah.
And we had Jake, so.
So we are live at the Flying Boat. We're talking to the head coach of the Dolphins, the 6U Dolphins and the 6U Cardinals. This is a matchup we've been looking for. I'm a huge fan of the 6U division. It's so much fun. And it's also extremely explosive, right? You're not going to have 4 and 5 play drives during that 12-minute half that you guys have to play through.
You guys are hitting home runs.
Yeah.
for sure.
How do you prevent that other team from just exploding on you and getting 2 quick touchdowns in these playoffs?
I say discipline. Like, we got to stay disciplined. I know Tarvis is going to run a lot of misdirections. He know I'm going to run a lot of misdirections. Our kids just have to stay disciplined. And when I told you when we played the Ravens, it's all about putting them flags. Because when you miss one, they home run.
Yeah.
We got to pull them flags. So, we're working on flag pulling drills all week. Right before the game, we working on flag pulling drills. So that's the goal, to pull flags.
Yeah, my plan into the Super Bowl, I'm trying to mercy rule everybody till we get to the Super Bowl.
Love that strategy.
Yeah.
Well, it's just that half,
it.
though, that
Yeah.
12 minutes.
But if the refs do a play clock, then they give people 2 and 3 minutes to run plays.
Man.
I don't get it.
Yeah,
but if they
terrible.
do the 40-second play clock, I'm going to mercy rule everybody to the Super Bowl.
Ooh,
Well,
calling
listen,
his shot.
I
I love
love
it.
They prevented me from doing that all year. Like, they literally do 2-minute huddles. I played the Patriots Saturday. I got the ball 4 times on offense. That's it.
So-
Full game, 4 times. I got
That's
the ball on
wild.
offense.
So what?
Usually I record the game. I usually have 64, 68 clips. I had 42 last game.
That's crazy. So talk about. We talked a little bit about the AFC and the path to the Super Bowl. Talk about the NFC's path to the Super Bowl. You are the 1 seed. You're both undefeated. What are you worried about? Are there any minds out there that you're worried about?
There's nobody going to beat him, man.
Nah, I don't know, cause I can't count
be
Adrian
humble.
out. But nah, for real, he been here before.
That matters.
And they getting better, but I don't.
He told me he's got something for you.
Yeah, he told me too.
I mean, hey, everybody's got a plan too. You can smack him in the mouth with your 11-year-olds.
Hey, I want y'all to commentate that game. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a good.
I don't know if I'll do
can't.
that
I've got 11 games in like 12 hours. It's ridiculous.
Are you broadcasting Saturday?